Rod Menzel with GreatWay Roofing on the roof for Oxnard Moose Lodge. Quick overview of the roof. There's multiple sections on the roof. There's some cap sheet section roof. There's a roof that's got an old Fire Free or a Protex or maybe a Cedarlight shake roof and old simulated material that's no longer made. We've got some cal shake, or pardon me, some wood shake roof here and there. We've also got some a rock roof here. We got a coated roof that was down here, and on that far section over there we're measuring, we have another cap sheet roof. We also have a it looks like a patio roof that has some granulated cap sheet on it as well. We're going to break down the estimate into multiple sections, and we'll give a layout price for each section. This section right here, we discussed removing this part of the roof down to that beam right there that you see. Because of the O-ring, there's no post here, so it would make sense to remove it right there. A couple of the details. Recommend on the air conditioning units that we at least disconnect the unit from the duct so we can get underneath there and properly roof it, and then make sure the ducting is sealed and we got a good seal all the way around. Also, we may run into issues in the future. At these roof-to-wall terminations, we want to use an elastomeric caulking and stitch bonded polyester fabric to get a good seal. It's got good adhesion. It'll make sure it doesn't leak there. On this rock roof right here, we're going to want to replace these drains. There's two drains that need to be replaced. This one here and the one on the other side. The good news is from below, they're easy to replace and shouldn't be a costly amount. The idea would be to leave this roof, we'll price the job, but we'll leave this roof as a separate line item because it's in the best shape. We know that there's problems here on this roof, so this roof definitely should be replaced. We will take care of the drain. The drain will not be replaced because we believe that there's no issues with it as of right now. If we find out there is an issue with it, we could always replace that as well. This roof right here is where the roof hatch is. It may have a leak. What we may want to do here is, if we don't replace the roof, just do a tune-up and take a look at the roof and see if there's anything we can do for it. This main roof here is the roof that definitely needs to be replaced. And once again, we talked about lifting the AC units up. Right here we've got some exposed plywood. If it's possible, we'd like to replace this wood shake roof here and here, and ideally you get to a situation where that roof, this roof, and these roofs, this roof right here, all match. On this section here, I believe it's over I think it's the pool room, the billiards room, we will go ahead and cap these units, or these ducts here as well. There's a beehive in that roof, so that'll need to be addressed before we start the job as well. I believe the only section of the roof that we may not address is the roof that's on this other side here, because from what I understand, there's no leaks, there's no issues there. So we're not going to give a number for that side over there. However, we will give a number for the steep part of the roof, the A-frame part of the roof. For this A-frame portion of the roof, we want to make sure that if we could put a coping metal over the top of this, and the coping would actually continue and carry all the way down to here. What it would do is you could paint it, and you wouldn't even have to really worry about sealing it, and I think it'd look really good. And you could carry it all the way up to the top to protect it, put a piece up there on the top as well. So I think that'd be a good idea. Here at the top of this A-frame, we've got some low-rise metal that'll need to be replaced. The top of this roof has just been masticed off. Highly recommend putting a new cap sheet roof on it and putting coping over these beams so that way they're protected. For this section right here, we were talking about quite possibly just encapsulating and closing this area. We can bring the fascia down, we can just put a piece behind it and run this cap sheet here. So that way the water doesn't run down in here, and by replacing the plywood and putting new roofing here, you won't have water dropping into this area here. The shake portion of this roof we should include as a bid, but however the cap sheet portion we really don't need to do anything for. That's the way I understand it. We could always remeasure it if need be.